Hello, brothers and sisters, boys and girls of all ages. This is my room. This is my desk that I study downstairs at the dining table that we never eat at. But I moved upstairs. I don't know why. So I got my movie posters from 15 years ago. And my Joe Montana poster from 20 years ago. This is my friend Lauren. Passed away. This is my desk, as I was saying. There's my typewriter and my Bible. And Gandhi and Ananda Mahima and my buddy James, the kid I was telling you that I had the vow with. We just got married. I took that picture when we were trying to start a racing company alongside Volkswagen. So what's up, guys? What's going on? What's the purpose? How's it feel today? How's it feel today? Well, it feels like things are accelerating. It feels like I'm being crucified. It feels like I'm dying, or part of me is dying. It's this very interesting struggle because, I know what I'm supposed to do in a sense. I know why I came here, and I don't know specifically yet. I'm still a student progressing in a course of study that terminates in the sense of graduates in mastership over the third dimension. The struggle is between, to put it in terms that are used, and I mean these terms are loaded. I don't know if I've made this clear, but you got to try to see beyond the language, because the language itself is inherently inadequate to explain anything. It can help us, yes, because we communicate, and things that I say strike you, and things that you say strike me, and reading does the same thing. Pay special attention to where the sense of realization arises from. Does someone tell you something and you actually somehow take that from them, or does it just trigger within you something you already know? Attempt to go beyond the language, beyond the words, beyond the concepts. This is fundamental to understanding, appreciating, and experiencing for yourself what we can call the religious experience. It really starts with the fact that it's not the words. We're not talking about something. We are talking, and there is a topic, but the thing that we talk about when we talk about spirit, revelation, expansion, or integration, or growth, is something that's happening that is wordless or conceptless. The course of study is accelerating. The expectation on me as a student is greatly heightened. I've asked for this responsibility, and this is something that's been going on for the past 2.5 years, where I desire it, and I ask for the responsibility, or the new knowledge, or the completion of the course. I pray, look, I'm ready to be complete this, but then when the struggle arises, which feels like it's between flesh and spirit, I know those words are loaded in the Christian context, but if you're going through any kind of awakening, do you sense in yourself a struggle? Not only a struggle in that you dip and you like this manic depressive type issue where you feel in the spirit and then you feel disconnected, but actually at the same time you can kind of feel, and this wasn't so prevalent before. It was much more like they oscillated, but now, because of the increased responsibility that I feel, I'm less and less willing to ignore the voice of spirit, and this can be in little things like don't like the little things that guide me, little things that I want to do. Like I want to smoke weed because it's a straight up distraction and an escape, and it's like, man, I can, and I can do whatever. I can. Lust is one that at the moment actually doesn't bother me too bad. It's like weed all of a sudden because as you give up things, you realize that you have to give up everything. What do I mean by give up? I mean you have to listen to spirit in all things in order to complete the course. So suddenly this week, the little things are getting me. Like I'm being stubborn. Yes, that's a good way to put it. I'm being very stubborn on little issues, resisting the inevitable, which is complete opening up, subservience, just willingness to be in the greater will, willingness to do the work of spirit. We could say we are about our Father's business, meaning in this incarnation on earth, we must, especially now and increasing each day, we must continue to cleave to the Spirit and allow the flesh to be crucified, to be destroyed. Desire attaches us to the flesh. So even if it's a little desire, like even for a good thing, like I want to study, or like I don't exactly know how to put this into words, which is comes with the territory, but it's almost like, who am I if I don't desire things? If I'm not trying to be successful in the world, then who am I? What is what is my personality? Like what do we cleave to? What did we cleave to? Before I woke up, I thought it was this person. And then now I'm looking at that critically because I'm trying to listen to the voice of my teacher. And I'm realizing that the person that I thought it was, the personality that I identified with, was pretty much just a tangled web of more simple and more complicated desires, attachments, little, like I almost it's like a visceral feeling for me where it's like this fidgety, like constantly, like a little kid, almost like constant, like a bad little kid, like say something that a kid that we call like bratty, always like don't touch that, and then like okay, but then immediately they turn around like this. So like okay, so no drinking, no smoking, and then all of a sudden I like want to drink coffee. And it's like, what? Why? It's like, why? It's like you push the flesh down here and it rises over here and in a completely new form. There's this part of scripture that stuck with me. I read it like 2 years ago, but it always stuck with me. Be not wise in your own conceits. Like don't, like we're smart, you know. We were gifted with intelligence, with charm, with humor, with good looks. We are the light. We're bringing it, and it's manifesting in forms that are going to be very graspable, understandable, desirable for the masses. So we have to make sure that those gifts aren't our stumbling blocks. Be not wise in your own conceits. Do not construct witty, intelligent systems to try to explain the world to yourself, to try to justify desire in any form. Now, I'm not saying that I'm desireless. In fact, as I open up to the crucifixion, I realize just how much desire is in my flesh. And thus, I desire to open up more to it. So the struggle, spirit and flesh, this week is very tangible to me. It's very visceral. It feels like my flesh is screaming. And I'm trying not to be wise in my own conceit. I'm not trying not to trick myself. I'm trying to listen to the voice of my teacher.